Hey everyone, it's Neil from the Reading the Rose podcast, and I just got out of seeing Darren Aronofsky's new film called Stealing. The film stars Austin Butler as Henry Hank Thompson, a bartender working on New York's Lower East Side, whose life is turned upside down when his English punk neighbour Russ, played by Matt Smith, asks him to look after his cat for a few days. Well, various criminals begin to arrive, and immediately Russ's problems become Hank's problems. The film's director Darren Aronofsky is more known for his dark dramas such as Requiem For A Dream, Black Swan, and The Whale. And so it was a surprise when I saw the trailer for this film, which seems kind of upbeat and funny, which is not what we normally associate with Aronofsky. I will say this trailer also made me think of Doug Liman's Go from 1999. Upon watching this film, it's really apparent straight away that one of his main influences is Martin Scorsese's After Hours. That whole one little small act in one night, spiraling outwards and just becoming the crux of the rest of the movie. And in fact, this film even has that film star, Griffin Dunne, playing Hank's boss at the bar, Paul. And yes, we know he's already been Oscar nominated for Elvis, and we know he was great in June 2, but this really feels like Austin Butler's coming out party as a Hollywood star. He has that easy charisma, and you're with him from the start of the film, even despite the character's flaws. And his girlfriend, Yvonne, is played by Zoe Kravitz, and their chemistry on screen is electric. Also, very helpful that she's a paramedic. I will say this film is surprisingly violent as well, and emotional, so the trailer might make you think, oh, this is like, light-hearted crime caper. No, this is a violent, dark film, and there's a certain scene around halfway through the film that you just heard a pin drop when that scene occurred in the film. Everyone just gasped, and I've seen a few other reviewers say they had that reaction to that scene as well. There are definitely consequences in this film. The film is based on the book by Charlie Huston, and Huston was the writer of the film as well. And there are 2 more books in the series featuring the adventures of Hank Thompson. So, I'd like to see those, but again, Aronofsky has never made a sequel. My one minor complaint with this film is that there is no Jane's Addiction Caught Stealing used in the soundtrack to the film. The film is set in 1998, and the song would have been out for a good few years by then. But we do get a lot of other late 90s indie rock music. We get Garbage, we get Semisonic, Soul Coughing, and the rest of the soundtrack is scored and has original songs by British band Idols. So overall, I really enjoyed it. It's a 4-star film from me. However, if your English punk next door neighbour asks you to look after their cat for a couple of days, just be warned.
We needed roads.
What are you looking at, butthead?